everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. This is my Ace This series where I go through anything to do with using the computer and the internet, anything to do with tech, social media, basically anything that you would need to know about using online space. Now in today's session, I'm going to be looking on Microsoft Excel. Now this version of Excel that I'm using is an older version. It's actually the 2007 version. But what I'll be showing you is some cases you may have data that's in a column and you actually want it to be separated. So here I have a first name, last name, and an email address, and I want them to be in separate columns. So to do this without using this particular feature, I would actually have to, first of all, create new columns. So I'll just right click here in column B and insert, and the column will go automatically to the left. And I'm going to be inserting another column. All right, so what I would do, I would double click in the cell and I would select the email, right click, cut, paste it there. And then for the first name, last name, I'll select the last name, right click, cut, then paste it here. Then of course I'd put my relevant labels, identifying each column. Now that's what I would do if I wanted to separate the data in the cell. But this particular feature that I'm going to show you allows you to do so in the blink of an eye. Now note that this will seem simple to do, what I just did, if you have not many records or rows of data that you need to do the split for. But picture that you have a spreadsheet that has hundreds of data and you want to split the data that's in the column. That's what you always need to think about when we do these examples. So I'm going to undo and put it back to how it was. Now let's undo the columns and so on. I'm undoing everything. All right, so what do we want to do? We want to split the data here. We want first name, last name, and we want an email column. So to do this feature, the first thing we do need to do is to make the space for it. So again, I will insert some columns. So I'll insert 2 columns because the existing column will also be used. So this is as simple as it gets. I will just select the data range that I want to split. And in this version of Microsoft Excel, I go to data and then I go to text to columns. So you see that this feature, as it says here, separates the contents of one Excel cell into separate columns. For example, you can separate a column of full names into separate first name and last name columns. In Word, use this feature to convert the selected text into a table and so on. But we're looking on Microsoft Excel, so you can try out the Word version another time. So all I would do now, click this button here, and they have some options that come up. It says the text wizard has determined that your data is delimited. If this is correct, choose next, or choose the data type that best describes your data. So it is delimited. Delimited means characters such as commas or tabs separate each field. So here you see it displays what the data looks like now. So when I click next, it's showing me what it will look like after I have finished the feature. So delimiters can either be tabs as you see, or it can be a space. So you can just uncheck the tab because it is a space that's actually separating each data. You notice that we have the name Ava space, Lala space, and then the email. Leave all options as they were and then simply click next. We don't need to trouble out any of these other options here. Can leave them as they are and click finish and watch the magic happen. Let me move it so you see what it looks like now. So finish, and it just splits the data instantly. So all you would have to do now, name this column last name, rename this one first name, and then this one with email address. And as simple as that, I was able to split my data so that I did not have to go through and cut and paste and rearrange accordingly. Note that the reason I made the spaces for the columns is that if the spaces are not there, as in the columns were not pre-made, any data that was on the right of where we want to make the split, for instance, this data here, it would be erased. So that's why you have to make space for the new data to go. So remember, try this out. If you have aced it, remember to come back to this video and let me know I aced it. Also remember to share this video with anyone that you think will find this material useful. Always remember to like the video as well as subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified when other videos are posted. Remember to turn on your post notification bell so that you will always get the notification for all the videos. Thank you for joining me in this session, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.